Hey, what's up, guys? All right. Gonna do a live stream here. Give me 1 second. I forgot my charger, so I'm gonna be right back. Just hang tight. Okay, I'm here. What's up, guys? What's up, Alicia? Nice to see you. Running a very professional operation here. What's up, Freedom Fighter? Yeah. All right. Let's start with the Earthling Ed here. Okay. I don't know why I'm so slow getting started here. All right.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, my name is Ed, and today. Hi, Brian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, my name is Ed, and today I'm at Wesleyan College in Connecticut, and I have a banner that says, "Give me your best argument for not being vegan." You've sat down, which I appreciate very much.
What's up, Felix?
What is your best argument for not being vegan?
Have you ever tried Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, I've tried chicken before. Yeah,
I'm just kidding. But I mean,
like the taste them.
cheeseburgers are just amazing.
I mean, look.
I just posted on my Instagram, reposted just like 3 hours ago. What was it? Child labor uncovered at Chick-fil-A supplier. Mac Jack Poultry was recently fined for repeated violations of child labor laws, with children as young as 13 years old found working at a facility in Jasper, Alabama. Yeah. This is from an account called Investigate Midwest. They do great work, by the way, so you should follow them on Instagram if you're not. Kids on the kill floor. After a child labor investigation, the Department of Labor found teenagers ages 14 and 15 performing hazardous tasks such as eviscerating poultry, operating forklifts, working the kill floor, working overnights. The number of child labor law violations has increased by 35% in the last decade, with monetary fines tripling in the same time. History of harm. Duvan Tomas Perez, 16, on July 14, 2023. Perez, a Guatemalan immigrant who was too young to be legally working at Marjack Poultry's Mississippi meatpacking facility, died while sanitizing a vertical conveyor belt when he was pulled into the machine's moving gears and killed. Bobby Butler, 48 years old, died at the same Marjack poultry processing plant in 2021 after his arm was pulled into a moving machine made for eviscerating chickens. So yeah, let's hear what he had to say. Have you ever had
chicken before being
You
vegan?
ever had Chick-fil-A before?
Have you ever tried Chick-fil-A?
Yeah,
Yeah. Everybody's tried Chick-fil-A, dumbass.
I've tried chicken before. Yeah,
I'm just kidding. But I mean,
like the taste them.
cheeseburgers are just amazing.
I mean, look, there's no denying that animal products taste good, or at least, a good number of them taste good. Do you think that the enjoyment of these foods justifies the harm that purchasing these foods causes?
I don't know what's happening for when they're being created.
When you buy
What's up, Jason? What's up, Jake? Yeah, sorry for the repetitiveness if you guys have already seen this. I haven't seen it yet.
an animal, when you buy meat, what's happened to that animal?
Been killed.
Yeah. Do you think that's ethical?
To some degree.
To what degree?
So like, lions have to eat.
Yeah. But they have to eat gazelles. You don't have to eat cheeseburgers.
Yeah, you don't. But the choice, you have the freedom to choose.
Yeah.
That.
I mean, you do have the choice, that's right. But it's something moral just because you can choose to do it.
I feel like it's not a moral issue. The moral issue is like how they kill some of these animals.
So tell me how you ethically take the life of an animal when you don't need to.
I don't know. I just feel like cheeseburgers are pretty good.
Yeah. But
And
tell me how you
fuck up.
ethically kill an animal when you don't have to.
I don't know. I feel like you're a professional.
I mean, don't sit down if you're just going to be a dumbass. Like, just don't. Just go away.
Something this, so like.
Well, just tell me what you think. Just tell me what you think, because it's not about what I think. It's about what you think.
No, yeah.
Seems like it.
I don't know.
So just be honest.
Like there's slaughterhouses and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I see videos of like the cows, for example, being like thrown in pins and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's obviously not okay.
Yeah. Even if they taste nice.
Yeah, actually, I figured that y'all had a lot of people had probably seen this one. And so usually I start the videos not expecting people to show up quickly, but y'all are on it. So I apologize. Here's what I can do. I'll speed it up. How about that? We'll speed it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not okay to treat them like that.
Yeah.
But to some degree, like they are an animal.
Yeah.
We're animals too, but like, this is like a food chain, I guess. It sounds like messed up to say, but like,
Well, food chains exist in nature, and they, mean that animals have healthy population sizes, and they can exist within
like the
ecosystems.
brain, like your brain, like we have bigger brains than some of these animals.
So it's okay to harm someone if they're less intelligent.
Well, they
Are you sure? Are you sure you have a bigger brain than these animals, dude? Doesn't seem like there's much evidence of that.
they're just different.
Yeah, so it's okay to harm someone if they're different.
Well, if there's an animal above us in the food chain, I mean, I'd have no problem. Like dragons were around, like they'd eat humans.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with it.
You can say that now because there are no dragons around.
Yeah.
But the point is you don't have to eat animals, right? You could eat plants. And so when you choose to eat animals, you're choosing to contribute to an industry that causes animal harm when you don't need to.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. So how do you morally
I
justify
mean, he's not taking this seriously. He knows he knows there's no chance for him.
causing animal harm when you don't need to?
Can't really justify it, but like, I mean, everyone has different opinions on this, obviously. And I feel like when you, I don't know.
Oops, did you sit down in the wrong chair, buddy?
No, I've seen YouTube videos about like plant eaters actually like gaining more from like protein wise than meat eaters.
Can happen. Yeah.
Which I was like, wow, it's weird. 'Cause normally your main argument would be like, I need protein, I'm stronger.
Yeah.
But
You
it's-
don't, right?
But I mean, you
Not
don't
meat.
necessarily. Yeah.
You can't get the nutrients you need. It's true, and that's a really good point because it shows again it's a choice, right? It's not something we have to do. Even if you want to gain muscle, you don't have to eat meat, which is a really important thing to recognize. You said right at the beginning, and your main argument, which is a very common argument, obviously, is that you like how these things taste. So basically, what we're saying is it's okay to do these things to animals because it provides us with pleasure. Are there any limitations to what we should be allowed to do to an animal for pleasure?
Yeah, for sure.
What are those limitations?
I don't know, like physically treating people like poorly.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing at
Killing
all.
them, treating them poorly as well.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So does that not mean that meat, dairy, and eggs should also be within that limitation as well by the logic you've used?
Essentially, yeah. Eggs, I feel like maybe.
I mean, eggs, all egg-laying hens are still killed in slaughterhouses when their production declines, and the farming of eggs is also, mostly pretty shocking. But they're all killed, as are dairy cows. So
You guys know what? You can tell by his demeanor that he came there to troll. Jake, I've been in your streams. You've been having a lot of trolls. Alex Activism, he popped off. But man, did he have a lot of trolls, didn't he? This is what they're like in person. All those people talking shit in the chats, they're lions in the chats, right? They're little gazelles in person. Yeah. Yeah. You notice like all the physical threats that they do also? And then when you call them on it and you're like, yeah, put your address or anything like that, they get quiet. They get so quiet.
When we buy animal products, it could be meat, it could be dairy products, it could be egg products. We've either paid for the animals we killed for those products, or we're paying for an industry where those animals will be killed, right?
Yeah.
But by your own logic, you said that that would be a violation of treating them well because we're taking their life, we're killing them, right? And you said that there should be limitations. One of those limitations should be based on how we treat animals. So by your own volition, you've come to the conclusion that what you do contradicts what you believe we should and shouldn't do to an animal, right?
Sure. Yeah. And yeah, this is something I kind of just walked by and I saw you like the sign, and like obviously don't have like strong views on this. And I kind of just want to like hear what what you say.
Yeah.
Play a little devil's advocate.
Absolutely. Absolutely right.
I mean, you're free to use the footage, whatever, obviously. But yeah, I just want to hear like your side of this because like you obviously have very strong opinions on this.
Yeah, I mean, the way that I see it, Brad, and you know, you're very kind for sitting down, and but the way I see it is that we have a choice, right?
Yeah.
And look, don't get me wrong, the plant-based food system isn't perfect. You know, it's not going to solve all of the world's problems. But what we have is a choice between a plant-based food system and an animal-based food system. And that animal-based food system causes more animal suffering, causes more environmental harm, and can also increase the risk of certain illnesses and diseases. So what we have is a choice, and one of those choices increases many problems, and one of those decreases many problems in relation to the animal-based food system. So if we have a choice to reduce animal suffering and environmental harm by simply choosing to eat plants, well, then why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
That's what I think. So why wouldn't we? Or would you?
Yeah.
Would you try it? Give it a go.
Try it for sure. Yeah. Biggest thing I think, which will come down to for like most people, is just like they just like the taste of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the big things for a lot of people. And like that's something that you kind of beat around the bush. Like in your opinion, is it like what would like a perfect world? What would you see? Like all these animals, like they have their own like area to like. Do you treat like a plug is the same as you treat a cow?
No, because I think what defines I guess what you could loosely refer to some form of worth of life is related to sentience and capacities. You know, you have a very high worth of life because obviously you're a sentient individual who has subjective experiences. You have emotional as well as physical feelings, and so you intrinsically, in my eyes, and hopefully to most people, have intrinsic worth. A cow also fits the same criteria. They have intrinsic worth, and it's not saying that bugs don't have worth. They do, but if you had to choose between killing a cow and killing a cricket, I would say kill the cricket over the cow. But we don't have to choose. You know, we can choose. It's not one or the other. There's also plants there as well, and so plants aren't perfect, but they're a step in the right direction.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, it's totally. I just what's like the ideal world in your eyes? Like, I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, a plant-based food system, a world where we treat nature, humans, and non-human animals with respect and dignity, and with the respect that we should do. In other words, we don't exploit. Do you agree that a world that minimizes suffering and exploitation is a preferable world to the one we have now?
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously.
Oh, sorry.
You say obviously, and I agree, and I don't doubt that you think that.
Yeah.
But do you agree that your
Wow, his demeanor changed.
actions contradict that, obviously, because you're perpetuating the system that actually increases animal suffering and exploitation?
Yeah, maybe.
So there's a contradiction.
Yeah.
Between your aspirations and your current behaviors.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a miss.
Yeah, a little bit, exactly. A little bit. But it's easy to solve it in this regard.
Yeah.
Maybe try it, right?
I'll give it a try. Other than that, there's other things about like you talk about your background.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I went vegan because of an ethical consideration, and I had a little pet hamster at the time. Have you ever had pets in your life? Any dogs,
I had
cats?
a dog,
Yeah. And how did that dog make you feel?
Happy.
Yeah. Why?
Just to lighten up your day.
Yeah. Is your dog still alive?
Dad.
He's being genuine now.
Sorry. How did you feel when they died?
Pretty sad.
Why?
We didn't eat him though.
No. Well, why didn't you eat them?
Because I don't know. His dog.
Did I misjudge this guy? Y'all tell me, did I misjudge him? Seems like maybe I did. Maybe he was all right from the start, and I just picked up on some trolliness. Maybe I'm primed to pick up on trolliness now.
But why not? Morally, what's the difference?
Part of your family.
Yeah. Let's say that dog wasn't your pet dog, but they were the exact same dog, but instead they were a stray dog. Are they now devoid of worth, or did they still have worth?
Yeah, they still have worth.
Yeah. But why?
Because I don't know. I guess that's true. It's kind of like how you talked about like cricket and the cow.
Yeah.
I feel like cows are pretty.
Yeah. Your dog had worth because they're an individual, right? They had a personality, they had likes and dislikes, they had feelings. Yeah. If someone tried to harm your dog, how would you have felt?
Oh, it would have been like it's like harm my brother, or like harm my parents, like just kind of because they enter like I feel like when you talk about your own personal dog is like whenever an animal comes in your life, no matter if it's like a cricket, like if you're a pet cricket or a dog, like it becomes more than just an animal.
Yeah. Well, they become. I mean, it's not they become more than an animal, but we appreciate them in a way that we don't normally appreciate other animals because we see things about them. Often we think of animals, we view them as like abstractions. Cows, pigs, chickens. But when we get to meet them as individuals, we get to see that they have personalities and things that make them who they are, like your dog and my hamster as well. And through the experience I had of my hamster, I realized, hang on a minute, my hamster's an individual, but so are the cows and pigs and chickens. And if I would have felt upset or would have been outraged or would have tried to stop someone hurting my hamster, as I'm sure you'd have done your dog, well then how do we morally justify paying for terrible things to happen to animals who are in every way that matters the exact same as Rupert the hamster or the dog that you used to have?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, I got one more quick question. I'll go just so they can go. Obviously, animals are kind of treated poorly in like these kill houses and stuff.
Yeah, he's good. He's currently talking about his own pet. Yeah, but I saw a shift happen before he started talking about his pet. I feel like maybe he got humbled a little bit, but then to his credit, he didn't. He got serious-ish.
if they were treated fairly, like they get fed until they're sick and stuff, and then you kill them off just to have a supply of those like meats. Would that be okay in your mind? And also in a situation where like life or death, is there a situation, and how do you handle that? Is it like you have to honor them, like respect, like obviously you're gonna one shot will kill.
Yeah, life or death. I would say life. It is the case of if you had to do something to survive, you can probably find some way to morally justify it, or at least negate the moral implications. In the same way, killing a human who was attacking you. Doesn't mean you should just shoot humans, but you could find a reason or a situation that could be justified based on the context of that environment. So I think there is definitely situations where you could justify it if you had to survive, for example, like with the lions we mentioned earlier. But we're not in that situation. And then secondly, the first question. It's an interesting question. I mean, firstly, there's a practical problem, which is that agriculture wouldn't be sustainable, like from a financial perspective, if we did that. And if we get animals to be sick, well, then the meat would probably not be healthy for us anyway. So there are definitely practical concerns that make that tangibly impossible. Although theoretically, it's an interesting one. And the way that I see it is, if there's the possibility for an animal to continue living, then we shouldn't kill them prematurely. Like you wouldn't have done with your dog. You would have killed them early to eat them. You let them live as long as they could. And I don't know how they died, but maybe you euthanized them because they were suffering, or maybe something else happened. But you didn't do something to cut their life short unless it's a necessity for you to do so based on their feelings. And that's why I think we have to think about animals and their feelings, and not what we want from them, but what they want from their own life. And if we're violating their rights and their autonomy, that's when it becomes an ethical concern.
All right, cool. Let me link to that. Y'all know this guy, Earthling Ed? Yeah, I mean, he did. He got, I feel like he did get kind of serious there. Like, he was more sincere. But I don't know, it's just something about his demeanor at the beginning, all the smiling. Maybe he was just nervous, though. I feel like maybe I misjudged him. You don't like the hair? God, I wish I had Earthling Ed's hair. I'm bald, I got hair everywhere but my head. How fucked is that? I lost. I lost the hair lottery. Lame. I started going bald when I was 18. That wild. They say, in China, they say that's because you're so smart. Yeah, there's no room for the hair. Your brain's too big. I'll go with that. All right. Let's do Faraz, because we had him on the channel the other day. And he posted something. Pro-vaccine, pro-pharmaceutical stances during COVID. Total hypocrisy when considering the horrific animal testing done by pharmaceutical corporations. I didn't even hear him talk about vaccines.
Protein or plant-based, right? So are you surprised? All right, you were asking whether this is animal protein or plant-based, right? So are you surprised? Hello, everyone. We are here at UT Austin, and we are serving vegan brisket with potato salad and gift bags. Look at this setup. Free food, lots of volunteers. Look at them.
I want some
And
free food.
everyone here is getting a gift bag with lots of cookies and everything in them. It's going great. I love this. People are eating really tasty food.
Wait, what? He didn't mention them, so what are you mad about? You mean he mentioned it during COVID? Yeah. No, I mean, if you've got, hair like Ed, you got to rock it. You got to rock that hair. Yeah, but I'm saying, honest doubter, but I'm saying you said he didn't talk about COVID or shots. So I don't get it.
And then we tell them that it's vegan, and they get lots of literature with them in the gift bag. And
maybe you meant in this video, the last video?
Most importantly, there are a lot of vegan students who showed up, and they are volunteering. And there is a long line of people waiting to get tasty vegan food.
They never had this at my college. Nope. Nothing like this.
It is pretty good.
So this is not me. Yeah, try that.
Right.
Let me-
Give it. What up?
It's pretty. That's potato salad. Do you like potato salad? All right, you were asking whether this is animal protein or plant-based, right?
Yeah.
So are you surprised?
I'm actually extremely surprised. Potato salad was good. I wasn't actually gonna try the brisket, but I did.
How do you like it?
It tastes like brisket.
Really?
It's really good.
Yeah.
It tastes exactly like I thought it would. Like what it looks like. Just tastes like brisket. If I ate it, I wouldn't even know.
And if you'd like some snacks, we got these little bundles of goodies set up.
Oh no.
Anybody that's been to a vegan festival or like a good vegan restaurant, they know that. Interviews on Jeffrey's channel of it. Other than that, foible, he's good for veganism. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Good. Don't have to have a bob. True. Maybe he could like. What should he do with his hair? Let's decide as a group. And then we can send him our recommendations. He could throw it up, maybe.
That's what you could.
Yeah. And all of them are plant-based fully.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
So you were asking why we are vegan. What's your take-home message?
My take-home message is, if you feel like the animals are being, tortured
Yeah.
and abused, don't eat meat, because you're just hurting yourself and the animals at the end of the day.
And my friends explained like egg and dairy too, right? Does that make sense? Egg and dairy.
Of course, yeah, egg,
Yeah.
dairy, so it's all the same.
Does that make sense now? Why people go vegan?
Yeah, 100%.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Hello, y'all. My name is Rand. I'm a student here at UT Austin, and I just found out recently, very recently, within the last month, couple weeks, about the Ally Scholars for Animal Protection. And I honestly couldn't think of anything more valuable to do with my time and my life than dedicating it to the pursuit of a more just world for the other animals that we share the planet with.
All right. Oh, cool. Well, I think y'all have seen. Excuse me. I got that. Mommy. Roz was on my channel the other day. Okay, let's take a look at John ARA. New vid. Oh wait, let me link to that though. Let me do the link. Sorry, this isn't. My technical abilities are failing me. There's the Allied Scholars vid. Yeah, people love free food for sure. They do. Vegan ex-boyfriend from Scott Pilgrim. Huh? We got this one. John ARA.
People's life, like what happened in Gaza.
Yeah, I know.
People's
Yeah.
accepting what's happening in
I am.
Gaza. So the pain that he feels at that age, it's like the pain when a needle break you.
Yeah.
In
I
rage.
don't want to be pricked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything to be
No,
Oh, I think was this. Oh yeah, this was the We the Free. Man, damn, edamame's gone down the wrong tube. It's busting me up. So John was there too. Damn, it was just it was tons of activists, heavy hitters.
I'm not going to shake your hand, mate, because you give me too many excuses.
lemon cheesecake.
Yeah.
Try this.
Why not? Yeah.
Shake
And
your
there's no
hand.
animal oppression involved in that.
Okay,
So
that's good, yeah.
no animal abuse involved.
Yeah.
So you know your
I
conscience is
completely agree with that video, by the way.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
the way that they're treating animals is really very, very bad.
bad. Yeah, bad. Isn't it?
Kane sighting.
With that video, by the way.
Here's our boy.
Because
Yeah.
the way that they're treating animals is really very, very bad.
Bad, yeah, bad. Isn't it?
Okay, I think I can eat animals for me because that's what I believe in, but we have to treat them in a proper way before even eating them.
Okay, explain to me what like is a nice way
That looks like Jim Lettuce over there.
to take someone's life, take an animal's life. How do we take them nicely?
Usually we accept taking people's life, like what happened in Gaza.
Yeah, I know.
People's
Yeah.
accepting what's happening in Gaza, so they accept.
We don't accept that. We don't accept
but
it, do
some
we?
people accepting what's going on for the humans. So
Yeah.
now I'm not going to be convinced with someone accepting what's happening to the human.
What's happening to humans is terrible, right? It's
Exactly.
terrible.
And also the animals, I completely agree.
But we don't. Like, if you agree with me, you would stop. You would stop funding it. You would stop funding it, right?
Funding what?
The industries, yeah.
The point,
because there's supply and demand. They only happen.
We need that.
They only happen because we.
How can you get this protein for you?
I can tell you that. Yeah, I mean, plants.
Wait, so we were talking about Gaza, and now we're on protein. Sounds like maybe you didn't really have a point to make, and you're just grasping at straws.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor. You cannot get
do I get that from eating meat?
I know
or
you can make muscles, but you cannot get all the vitamins because the amino acids are 20 types.
There's only 9 amino acids that are essential.
Exactly.
I know a little bit about nutrition. I know a little bit.
Is that L? Is that L? I'm trying to pick out all the activists in the crowd.
Only present in the meat and fish and all animal plants, but the non-essential you can get them from the beans, you can get from the plants.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So nine essential amino acids. That's all you need. You can get them all from the plant. You can get.
Oh, we got to go to London. We got to go to London. Fuck all this North America shit. All the good activists, man. They gather up in London, don't they? Have I never seen Scott Pilgrim? You should check it out. It's pretty funny. Peak 20. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't remember it though. Yeah.
Them all from plant-based foods.
Yeah.
So, and it's not just about food, right? We're talking about food a lot. It's the way we view animals. You go from viewing animals as a resource and a product to not. I no longer believe that animals are here for me.
Yeah.
That's the mindset. Okay?
Yeah.
So then, obviously, naturally, you boycott those industries. So it's food, it's animal testing.
You don't believe that those animals has been created for us as humans.
I'm not religious, so no.
I believe that.
So that's where we're going to disagree.
I thought you disagreed with what you saw on the screen, my friend. Now what's happened?
Believe that
that's where we're going to disagree. Is the religion? Yeah.
Exactly, because and the way that have to put that in your mind.
George sighting. Jesus.
Do you think that the children, a 1 month kid, will have the same feelings as you?
Small children.
For example,
well, they don't know anything, do they?
I'll give you something. I'll give you an example. If you have a kid who is 1 month years ago, 1 month only age,
1 month old, tiny baby.
1 month old,
okay.
and will have 30, 40, whatever. Okay, and if I pinch the little like that, I'll give you that pain threshold. He will. That's scientifically what I'm talking about. I'll tell you something because I've seen that in my bare eyes. The circumcision is an operation. The Jewish do it and the Muslims do it.
Yeah,
part of the extra.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Wholly disagree with that. Yeah.
Completely. Okay, that's fine.
Because it's mutilating someone's body without their consent.
It's more healthy for that. Something called phimosis to happen.
That depends. That's a medical condition.
But anyway, I'm just talking about something apart from that. When you do this circumcision to an adult or a kid who is more than 2 years old or 1 year old, when you do that, you should give him anesthesia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 40 days, you can do it without anesthesia. And I've seen that in my eyes. And the kid just cry for like 30 seconds. He doesn't.
Yeah, because they're still felt pain. Yeah.
He feel a pain, but the pain that he feels in that age, I'm talking about something scientifically, the pain that he feels in that age, it's like the pain when a needle prick you.
Yeah. I don't want to be pricked.
Yeah, but in your
I don't
age,
want to be pinched or punched or stabbed.
In your age, I mean, the threshold of pain is much different.
Sure, yeah.
That's what I need to say about the animals also.
Okay.
The animals have some perception of pain.
Of course they do, yeah.
Much different than you can imagine. That's what
You know.
Creating the animals.
Even if let's say animals didn't feel pain, it would still be wrong to exploit them. You're still taking their life from them, right? We're still taking their lives.
That would be fun. I should go to the UK. I should. If money wasn't tight, you know, I'd hop on a plane.
Yeah,
when we don't need to.
That's as I'm telling you. That's because you don't think that animals that has been created for us
Yeah.
as humans.
No.
But we planets
That's
also.
unfortunately
Plants also has been created.
that's a supremacist mindset. It's a human
Exactly, yeah.
supremacy. Yeah, it's a human supremacy.
Yeah,
And I used to have that mindset as well. So
Right.
I used to have that mindset, and I saw this footage and I
Everyone
changed.
has his mindset changes from time to time. I'm talking about something I'm convinced about today. Maybe tomorrow I'm not convinced with that. I may change. And also you might change your mind.
Oh no,
Anything,
no,
not
because
only this.
imagine if I was racist, right, and then I went to being against racism. Well, that wouldn't make sense to go back to being racist again,
I
would
agree
it?
with that, but you cannot guarantee the future. Nothing is guaranteed about the future.
I know I will
Everything
never
could be
go back to oppressing
I hope
animals.
that, but everything could be
No,
changed.
I'm not going to
Anyway.
shake your hand, mate, because you give me too many excuses.
Give me what?
You give me too many excuses. If you tell me you're going to go vegan today,
Okay.
I'll shake your hand.
I'll be lying for you if I told you
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's a
Don't like
shame,
to lie.
man. Be open-minded. And,
I'm open-minded, but
and
that's why I'm discussing that with you. But open-minded is not,
the problem is you
not
think...
about
I like
obeying
it.
the other.
No, sure.
Don't shake the carny hand. Don't do it.
Oh, I don't want you to obey me. Look, I just want you to open your mind and think about the individual.
Yeah.
Think about the individual and about their rights. And
I
how
will
they-
consider
And
that.
how, put yourself in their position.
Okay.
Nailed
And
it.
how would you wish to be treated?
I wish to be treated in dignity and wish to be
Exactly.
treated
So
properly.
extend that to animals, mate. It's as simple as that.
That's why I'm thinking I completely agree with treating animals with dignity and with mercy also.
Good, yeah. But that means not taking. That means not taking
That's the
stuff
part.
from them.
You can take that in merciful way.
No, you can't. Can I take your life mercifully? And
Yes, you can do
how would that? What would that look like?
That's, I need just to answer my wife.
Okay, yeah.
Hello?
Well, at least you got some content out of it, John. He sucked. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Not much you can do. All right, Vegan Gains debated this guy, who some people know, apparently. He's like a 12-year-old. I have seen some of this already, and it actually doesn't go that badly, believe it or not. So I figured we should watch the whole thing. Or at least I want to. Y'all can do what you want, but
60. There we go.
Oh, perfect. Let's
Yay,
go.
we
Let's
solved
go.
it. All right. So I am known as Vegan Gains. So obviously, the first thing I'm going to want to debate.
total alpha male. You're right. You're right. Very true, Jason. You know, you can just see it. And, you know, just so we're clear, alpha male, beta soy boy right here. Beta soy boy. Oh no, doggo. Really? Flat tire. Had to abandon it? All right. Well, eat slowly then so that you can hang out with me.
You on is veganism. So are you familiar with the concept?
Yeah. So you just like don't eat like animals and beef and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's the very basic idea behind it. So vegans don't eat any animal products. That includes meat, fish, dairy, eggs. We also don't wear any leather, fur, wool. But
Yeah.
if you want the real philosophical definition, veganism is a moral philosophy and lifestyle that seeks to grant animals the same rights as human beings if they were to be trade equalized to animals. So basically, what that means is we agree with the fundamental principles of human rights. We don't think human beings should be killed. We don't think human beings should be mistreated.
Damn, that sucks. Sorry, doggo.
Like, raped. We don't think you should be able to steal from people, enslave them, stuff like that. Very basic.
Yeah.
We just extend those same rights to animals. So in the same kind of context where we would grant human beings these rights, we would also grant animals these rights. So we're not advocating for dogs to be able to get a driver's license or have a right to vote, because in a similar context, if a human being were to have the same mental capacity as a dog, we wouldn't want a human being voting or getting a driver's license because they'd probably see a squirrel, swerve the car off the road, and then ram into a tree or kill somebody. But, you know, the basics, yeah, but like the basics, you know, right to life, right to not be abused, tortured, stolen from, that's the general idea. So,
Right.
what?
So, I mean, my question would be like, so you can't have eggs?
No.
So, like, how do you like have testosterone then if you can't eat beef or eggs?
Yeah. So again, just to point out the alpha male, beta soy boy right here. You can just tell, right, by looking. His question was, how do you get testosterone? Yeah.
Those foods are not required for testosterone production.
So, what's your test maxing split looking like?
Well, I actually just started taking steroids 5 days ago. But I've been...
By the way, I was joking, obviously. He's not 12. I think he's 17. I think there's something wrong with you, honestly. You're insecure or something. If you're getting your testosterone checked when you're 17 years old, like, why? What's up, Victoria? Nice to see you. It's been a minute. How you been? Huh. So confused by that comment. Victoria in the house, guys.
I've been natural for my whole life up until August 1st of this year.
What made you decide to take steroids? Like, new month, new you?
Well, you know, I've pretty much gotten to damn near the peak of what I think I can achieve naturally. I benched 410 pounds last year. I've gotten up to 6'3", 200 pounds, roughly 10% body fat. So if I wanted to go any further, the kind of risks that I would have to take as a natural lifter are just very high. I think I do have the potential to bench 500 naturally. It's just that without that extra, you know, support from the steroids, growth hormone, your tendons are much more vulnerable. You're much more likely to get injured. So I figured, you know, why not just go superhuman? Like the reality is everybody wants to take steroids. The only reason they don't is because they're afraid of needles.
I have no desire to take steroids. Zero. I don't know any of the science behind it, so don't quote me or anything like that, but I heard it can have effects down there where you don't want effects. And I'm not taking that risk. I don't need anything going on down there. I'm good. But I understand. He's real into like looking huge and being huge. And he's damn good at it. So, yeah. I would just, you know, me personally, I would just go and reach my max and then be like jacked as fuck. If that was my desire, which Richard is.
Or they don't know how to use these drugs safely. So
Right.
So, you know, I just did a lot of research. I know some medical doctors and IFBB pro bodybuilders who know what they're doing, who can help me. I've gotten some good information, and I'm just starting with fairly low doses. It is a performance enhancing dose, so it's 30 milligrams of testosterone cypionate.
I don't know if they test these things on animals. I have no idea.
Per day, and 4 IUs of growth hormone per day.
Okay, I mean, don't you think that you'd be able to like break out of that plateau or whatever naturally if you just added some beef to your diet?
I don't see why that would be the case.
Well, isn't that like your like protein? Like there's like hella protein in beef, and there's like
Thank you, Victoria. Their therapy. I don't know if this one's going to be therapy, but I'll try. I'll try to be therapeutic.
cholesterol, which I
Well,
heard
there's
cholesterol,
also
like,
hella
boosts your
protein in
calories.
tofu, and your body creates all the cholesterol it needs. Cholesterol does
But
not have an
is
association
it like
with
testosterone built from like cholesterol though? It
yeah,
is, right?
so testosterone, it's literally in the name. It is a sterol. Cholesterol being the largest, the majority of sterols in your body that are produced are cholesterol. Those hormones are based off of cholesterol, but your body produces all the cholesterol it needs. And there's no association between total and free androgens and your serum cholesterol or dietary cholesterol.
For sure there are, Alicia.
So you can
Okay.
eat a ton of eggs, eat a ton of saturated fat, make your cholesterol go through the roof. It's not going to boost your testosterone.
Well, what would you say to like Nathan Sages? Do you know that guy? He's like cholesterol is like the building block of testosterone. He actually got me eating like 5 eggs every night before bed. Last night.
Oh my God. The kids these days, they're getting their advice from these YouTube guys who are convincing them that it's a good idea to eat 5 eggs.
At 6.
What's his name?
Nathan Sages. He's like a test maxer. Because like I just been eating like honestly, I feel so much better. Just like even mentally, like I feel my test is higher. Been eating beef, eggs, and I just kind of feel like that more like like that that testosterone.
So
I've
does
been
this
making
guy go
gains,
by
mental
Testosterone
health.
Coach on Instagram?
It's like Shredded Sages, I think, on Instagram.
Yeah, Shredded Sages, and he says he's
know this guy?
Testosterone Coach.
Yeah, he says like beef and eggs
He also looks like a child almost.
like all day. You should debate him, honestly. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, well, this is very easy to disprove. So
Okay.
the largest study that I know of ever conducted on this topic compared vegans, vegetarians, and meat eaters. They looked at IGF-1 along with free and total androgens. Vegans had the highest level of free and total androgens. There was no statistically significant difference between the groups, but if you look at the levels on the chart, they did have higher total and free androgens. Now they also noted the researchers also noted there was no association between dietary cholesterol consumption and serum cholesterol and free and total androgens. So it's.
I mean, my thing is, I'm not trying to diss you, but you seem to kind of have like that soy pitch in your voice a little. Like you kind of got that, like you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of got like.
Well,
that soy pitch, right?
Hey man, if you were to talk to Mike Tyson on the phone, you might think he's kind of a beta retard. Like, I play with pigeons. I really like pigeons, and I like it when they kiss, but he'll fuck you up. So look,
that's a good point. Yeah,
I've gotten pretty big, 6'3", 200 pounds naturally. I've gotten to a.
Yeah, and just to remind, not to point out the obvious here, but he is like double the size of this kid.
410 bench. I think my arms right now are about 18 inches. So I'm a big dude. I've gotten pretty strong, and I haven't needed any meat doing that.
Okay. I mean, I would argue like animals, like they don't really get like tortured though, right? Like they like. I'm pretty sure there's like a more like ethical way. Like even like in the religion of Islam, there's like a thing like they have to kill them in a certain way where it doesn't like harm the animal. It's called like halal killing.
There's a link to this video, by the way.
And you have to like kill the animals in a certain way where they don't suffer.
Yeah.
What do you think about
that? You can actually look up the video on my channel. I'm pretty sure it's still available. So halal slaughter is horrific. They literally just take an animal, slit its throat open. So there's no stunning method involved. They literally just slice its throat open. They writhe in pain, scream.
The video that Richard is talking about right now is one of the most horrific videos that I've ever seen, ever. And I've seen a lot of brutal footage now at this point, and the one he's describing is one of the worst that I've ever seen. Yeah, I think it's on his channel, like he said, and I sent it to a friend of mine who was kind of like vegan curious, and she sent me this voicemail back in tears after watching it. I actually played it for Richard when we had our conversation because I wanted him to hear the effect that he had on my friend. I don't know if that friend went vegan, by the way. She like said that she was going vegan for a while and then just I don't think she stuck with it. But in any case, it had a pretty big impact on her at the time, at least. Yeah, it's awful, and it was some video that his friend had taken.
Now, the video I took of this, it wasn't a technically halal slaughterhouse. It was a kosher slaughterhouse, but kosher slaughter is halal. Halal isn't kosher, but kosher is halal. If that makes sense to you. So it's basically the same. So, you know, a rabbi blesses the meat and then they slice its throat open. According to the Muslim religion, as long as it's kosher, it's still halal. But according to Jews, if it's halal, it's not kosher because it has to be blessed by a rabbi. Now, you can give it a look yourself. It's on my channel. It's some of the most horrific shit you'll ever see. They take a live animal. They don't stun it. They don't do anything like give it a medication to put it to sleep. They don't stun it in any way, like with electricity or a bolt gun. They literally just slice their throats open. They scream and writhe around in pain for about 1 to 2 minutes. And then they put them up on a hook, and sometimes they're still squirming around and they haven't totally gone dead. So that's halal slaughter.
Yeah, and that's pretty common, but there was just something about the video that it was even worse than the way he's describing. It was just a torture chamber, bloodbath, hellhole that yeah, it's just it was, I mean, not to say that what he's describing isn't also horrific, and that is what happens in the video, but it's just something about the sounds and I don't know.
It's horrific and awful. And if anything, it is more, violent and torturous than meat in, the normal.
Somebody in my chat saying no, kosher is not always halal. If the
Victoria thought that was militant vegan. That's awesome. Oh man, Victoria, you made my day. Oh man. Yeah. If I can be vegan, what's your excuse? I see vegan gains, I peace out. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be he's definitely gonna divide some folks for sure.
The animal was mistreated or tortured, it doesn't meet halal standards.
Well, same with halal. So again, anybody who's ever worked in a kosher or halal slaughterhouse will tell you this. The amount of animals they need to slaughter, there is no way 100% of the time you will meet kosher or halal standards. So you are going to run into situations where you do not technically meet, the standard agreed upon definition of halal or kosher. But regardless, even if everything goes perfectly, the animal is fully conscious and you're slicing their throat open. So like imagine if I were to execute you. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the cartel execution videos.
But they just like shoot them, right?
No. Well, now actually what the cartel likes to do is they'll lay you down flat on the ground and they'll step on the back of your neck and basically crush the back of your neck like a cockroach because it doesn't leave any blood. So there's no mess to clean up. But
oh God.
you can find some they might be gone off the internet. Like this is back in the live leak days, but the cartel used to like just cut people's head off with a kitchen knife. You know, I've seen videos like that. That's what they're doing to these animals. So would you rather get your head cut off with a kitchen knife, you know, while you're like fully conscious? Or would you rather get stunned before having that happen where you're not conscious? If you choose, yeah, I'd rather get knocked out first before they like just cut my head off with a kitchen knife, then you'd have to agree halal or kosher slaughter is worse than the standard industry. And if you had to choose between somebody not killing you, you getting your head cut off with a kitchen knife, or you getting knocked out first and then getting your head cut off with a kitchen knife, I think you'd choose somebody not killing you. So I'm just asking you to give that same kind of respect and consideration to animals where you don't kill them.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, you're actually making a lot of very valid points. Somebody in my chat here though says animals aren't equal.
How is it that a 17-year-old like alpha guy handles a debate with Richard better than almost anybody that I've seen by just admitting that he's right? That's why I thought maybe we should watch this one, because right around here, towards the end, it gets damn near cordial. I'd say, I mean, it's cordial
To
right
humans. Ask him if he thinks animals are equal. So do you think that animals are equal to humans?
Well, I don't know exactly what's meant by that question. You know, I don't think women are equal to men. Like men are generally taller, stronger, you know, better nervous system efficiency, like more. So we're not the same. We're not literally equal where there's no differences. So we're smarter. There may be certain feelings and emotions that we can have that some animals can't, or we might be able to feel certain things to a greater extent. You know, we have 4 fingers, you know, 1 thumb on each hand, whereas some animals have hooves. So we're not equal in the sense that
Freedom Fighter, so he says later that he's like friends with Andrew Tate and them. So I don't know anything about him other than what I've seen here, but that's not a good start, in my opinion.
that we're literally the same, and we have some
But I mean, he is a kid. He's a kid, so
abilities that they don't have,
it's
and
that, I mean, in it, I'm sorry to keep interrupting. It sounds to me like he's just like very impressionable towards whoever he views as masculine.
have some abilities that we don't have. Now, what I'm simply stating is that we don't have to say give animals the exact same treatment as a human being. We don't have to give them the exact same level of, I don't know, respect that we'd give another human. Like you might think cows smell bad and say, and when you go.
Yeah, he said he didn't mean like men are superior to women, though. He was just saying we're not equal in the sense that we're not the same. He was trying to make the point that the animals and humans aren't equal in the sense that they're exactly the same. So yeah, he wasn't trying, at least what I heard to me didn't sound like he's saying like, oh, like men are better than women. He was just stating like a fact that yes, men are generally stronger, that sort of thing.
Past a cow, wow, that cow stinks. I don't really care about that. All I'm asking you is to not murder them. That's it. Like it's really that simple. Just don't murder them. And like this is, I think this is a good mental exercise for you. So again, like I mentioned at the beginning of our discussion, the idea of veganism is just extending human rights to animals. So if you're going to disagree with that proposition, then I ask you, name the trait or set of traits that are lacking in animals that if lacking in a human being would justify killing and eating a human being. Because again, presumably, the reason you're okay with killing animals is because they lack certain traits that we have.
Maybe I should set up like this, like Richard has. Impressions, $10, song requests, 15, twerk for $50. Y'all would pay $50 to see me twerk? If anybody says yes, then I'll consider it. Sit-ups, $1 per sit-up. Draw anything, $5.
So
Yeah.
in order to be logically consistent, this has nothing to do with necessarily being human. This has to do with traits that humans possess. So tell me, what traits do humans possess that animals lack, that if lacking in a human would take away a human's right to life?
Well, just like consciousness and like thought, like they say humans are like the only species that's like able to perceive God. Like I'm pretty sure like
Yes, for my edamame fund. By the way, these are just super cheap. If y'all are looking for a cheap snack, these are like $2 something. You get a lot of bang for your buck with these.
if a human turns into a vegetable,
I need to
and,
stop giving them free advertising, though. I'm still waiting for my call. Company that will not be named. Call me. You get a lot of free advertising on my channel. To a few people.
if they're in a coma, sometimes they just like put them down, right? Like they just like kill them if they're like completely out of it. And I feel like animals kind of have that same consciousness. Like they can't speak. They don't have like inner dialogue really. They're kind of like NPCs.
Okay, so like are you saying this is a conjunction of traits? So like, are you saying the ability to perceive God, the ability to have higher functioning reasoning, internal dialogue and
inner dialogue? Yeah.
So is it the conjunction, or is it like just one of those in particular?
Well, they all kind of go hand in hand, right? It's kind of like that, the working mind, like to
okay, well,
not like an NPC.
I will tell you, I cannot perceive God. So I'm atheist, and to be more specific, I'm a nihilist.
What does nihilist mean?
To put it simply, nihilism is just the truth. It's the recognition that there is no objective meaning to existence and life itself.
But that's why you sound and look so depressed.
Oh no, I'm not depressed. I'm loving life, dude. I'm making games,
you don't
making
sound
money,
like it or look like it.
Playing video games, and I'm loving life, dude. It's just my. Have you ever seen Bob's Burgers? Well, have you ever seen Bob's Burgers? Like I sound like Tina. Like there's some people with just a monotone voice, but I'm loving life.
Okay. Why? Like I guess like that's kind of like a bit subtract or whatever. But like why don't you believe that life has any meaning?
Well, objective meaning. So life has meaning to me personally. But what I'm stating is there is no objective, stance independent meaning to life. So meaning isn't something that you can find out in the world. Meaning is something that you produce in your mind. And anything that you feel is right or wrong or meaningful, you have to be able to impose that on the world. So that's all that means. So I can find certain things meaningful. I love girls' butts. Girls' butts are very meaningful to me, and I love touching them. I love smelling them. I love poking around down there. But I'm not going to make the claim that objectively speaking, independent of any mind, girls' butts are important.
People in my chat are saying nihilist means that you hate kids, you're against kids. Do you think that kids should no longer be born?
No, that's not what nihilism means. You can be a nihilist and like children.
Okay. So what would you think then about like God like giving like commandments and like ways to live life? Like you can't kill people, you can't steal. Like don't you think that's kind of objective?
It's a weak idea for
kind of like thou shalt not kill.
For weak people. Why do you need to listen to anybody else and have them tell you what you should or should not feel? So again,
because that's like objective morality.
Well, what makes it objective?
Well, because it goes for everybody. Like, it's just like, yeah, you shouldn't kill. Like, would you say it's objectively wrong to like rape a woman or like kill somebody? Like,
No, not
like
objective.
humans just understand. You have like an inner consciousness that tells you that's wrong.
Yeah, you have. So again, you're proving my point. Your inner consciousness is telling you that's wrong. Not
but where does that inner
not
consciousness come from? That's innate.
not objective facts that are
innate thought.
independent of your own mind. So you're proving my point.
Right, but that feeling that you get didn't just like spawn there. I think that's innate from God. Like when I was like young,
Well, it doesn't necessarily.
I don't wanna, like, say anything crazy, but-
So first of all, let's just assume God is real, and let's assume that God gave us these innate feelings from birth. That doesn't mean killing or like murdering somebody, to be more specific, is objectively wrong. All that means is that the reason you have these subjective notions of right and wrong is because God made those subjective notions present in you.
Okay.
Canada's got a lot of good activists too. Yeah, Canada's got good activists. America's got good activists. It's just something about the UK that they're all gathered in one place all the time, it seems like. I mean, the UK is not that big, right? So I guess that kind of makes sense. They would like do activism together and stuff, but it's just wild to watch those We the Free videos and see like 12 activists that we regularly follow, right?
Yeah. So
it's awesome though.
So here's a good one. If killing isn't wrong, then why do you care about like animals being killed?
Well, I didn't say killing isn't wrong. I'm a nihilist. I'm just saying, objectively speaking,
so how
there
would you
are no
debate somebody that
facts
says
about.
killing is right?
Sorry?
How would you debate somebody that says killing is right if you can't objectively say it's wrong? Like, okay, I say it's
Yeah,
okay to
so
kill
I would
people
test
and
their
animals.
logical consistency. So, like, again, we're kind of assuming that, like, with these sorts of debates with veganism, we're kind of assuming that we're going to be on the same page to some extent. And I think we are on the same page that it's wrong to murder people, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is it's also wrong to murder animals. And I think we do still have a bit of a disagreement there. Now,
Is it objectively wrong to murder animals, or is it just
No.
like you personally think?
No, I personally think that, and I think you also probably personally think that. And I think I can easily demonstrate that. So again, I was going to ask you to name the trait. So name the trait that's lacking in animals that if lacking in a human being would justify killing human beings. So just jog.
I mean, another thing about this guy, Tyson Hockley, is it's just also that I'm impressed that he's not trying to talk over Richard like most people do when they're. I know this is weird because like this is some like we said, some kind of self-described alpha or something. But this debate was like refreshing. Honestly, refreshing. I mean, how many debates have we watched in the past like couple weeks where someone just like cannot handle themselves? Like the ones where Jake was debating Brian and the farmer lady. George debated Brian. I guess that's not fair. That is two of Brian, but you know, Brian alone sapped a lot of my faith in humanity.
My memory again, you mentioned something about mental capacity and like having the ability for language.
Yeah, like having a consciousness and not being like an NPC, you know?
Well, animals clearly have a.
But the only thing that I mean, while I say it's refreshing, it is kind of annoying that we're way off on like in philosophical grounds. Like, what's objective? I guess you got to go there sometimes, but I wish we could just.
Conscious.
It's relevant to an extent.
They're not robots.
How do you know that?
Well, how do you know? Like, this is just deductive reasoning. They do have problem-solving skills. They can clearly observe things, and they can even observe themselves. A lot of animals can pass the mirror test. Even animals as insignificant as ants can pass the mirror test.
How do you know that's not just like programmed into them to like?
Well, how do you
like
know
ants,
that's not
like in their
programmed in
DNA
human
code?
beings?
But isn't it like their genetic DNA code that's how they know to do
We're
certain things? Like, they're
also
not
animals, and we
consciously
also
thinking-
have a genetic DNA code.
Yeah, but they're not just like thinking, oh, I should carry this other ant or like carry this like whatever. They're just programmed to do that. But as humans, we control our own reality. I could go to college or I could be a streamer. You know?
Well,
That's
how do you
different.
know that? How do you know that that hasn't been genetically programmed into you? And how do you know God hasn't preordained this and you have no control over yourself?
Because I could go kill somebody right now, you free will.
Well, no, you perceive having free will, but you don't know if you have free will.
Should I test it? I mean, I've tested before. I've got up in class and wrote John Zerk on the whiteboard. That's free will.
He's not understanding. That too could be preordained. I don't understand why he doesn't get this. To me, this isn't complicated.
So the issue here is you're going to have to prove that you have free will. Proving that you have free will doesn't mean doing what you want, because doing what you want may be preordained by God. God may have predetermined every single action that happens in the universe, and you have no free will, and you're his puppet, and you just think you're acting on your own will. So that's going to require a much higher standard of evidence than just simply doing what you want.
Do you think that we're all
Well, okay, doggo, but what does that say about you if you're consuming the debate purgatory that I'm putting out here, reacting to? If I'm reacting to debate purgatory and you're watching, is that kind of like it's voyeuristic? It's a little perverse, doggo. People getting triggered by this? Do y'all y'all don't want to see vegan gains on this channel?
programmed by God to do certain things, and we can't not.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
I love Richard. I'm sorry, guys. Richard is one of our best debaters, and he takes no shit from anybody, and that is what I love about him.
Saying if you're going to say humans
That
have
makes
free
no
will,
sense.
animals don't, I don't know how you could say that's a unique aspect of humanity.
Because it simply is. Like, we're obviously not programmed. You have the power. When it says the kingdom of God dwells within you, you have the power to be a millionaire or be homeless.
Like, what's
an animal?
Like, what are we disagreeing with Richard about right now? He's literally arguing for animal rights.
Has their basic genetic thing, and they do the same thing. They go
So what
repopulate, go get some
percentage?
eggs or whatever.
Yeah. So what percentage of humans
Effectively, too.
that have ever existed do you think believe in God? It's probably pretty high, right? Like close to
I
100.
don't know off the top of my head. Probably a lot, though. There's like 2 billion Muslims alone, and then there's like 3
Well, I
billion
mean, God,
Christians.
period. So that could be, you know,
Yeah.
modern
Probably,
religions.
like,
it's probably
I'd say like 80% of humans, probably maybe 80, 90%.
So you're telling me you have free will, but you do the exact same thing that the vast majority of people on the planet do. You believe in God. You have the same beliefs, same belief structure.
Yeah, but I have the free will not to believe in God too.
Do you?
Like, I could become an atheist. Like, you have free will, so you're an atheist.
Well, okay, prove it.
You're
Become an
proving my
atheist.
point. What do you mean?
Like, what does that mean?
What do you mean? You're saying I believe in God, that means I have no free will? Well, I have the free will not to. That's my choice to believe in God. So that really makes no sense.
Well,
he doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it. Like, all these choices could be exactly what was programmed into him. I don't get it. That's true, doggo. Well, I did have a very serious debate recently on my channel. Y'all saw it. Very serious. You know, you guys saw that. Oh, it was intense. A lot of people thought she won that debate. Nope. Lewis, what's up? Vegan poutine. It is possible, Felix. I mean, or it could be me making you watch my streams. Yeah, tip me to twerk, Lewis. Twerking is $50.
Well, okay, if I don't know, if I showed you that there in fact was a dragon that lived in this valley that nobody ever traveled to, and you saw that with your own eyes, and I convinced you that dragons exist, would you be able to choose not to believe in dragons? Like, I don't know what that means. Like, if you see something,
that's a really weird argument. Like that has nothing to do with being able to take your life in whatever direction you want. Yeah, obviously, if you see something like, yeah, I believe you exist because I'm talking to you. That has nothing to do with free will. That's just my perception. Like that's a really weird
right. And you have the perception that God exists, but you're saying you could just choose not to believe in God. So just like how it would just be a bizarre statement saying I could just choose to not believe in you. The reason you believe that I exist is because you're interacting with me right now.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with free will, though.
What's up, Gray Sky? How are you doing? No informed consent. Of what? Sorry, I didn't see. Yeah. How does one prove that we do or don't have free will? Exactly.
Like God gave you free will.
Oh, okay, but how do you know that? God could be some sort of entity that has no interest in free will, and he could have created the universe to be deterministic.
Bro, you were like freaking mathematically trying to make this so complicated. If God gave people the free will to be mass murderers, like that's proof right there. They weren't.
I mean, he doesn't grasp this one concept for some reason.
Programmed to go kill people.
okay,
They chose to kill people because they're angry about something.
I don't know why he can't get it.
You're trying to play 5D chess, but it's like not that complicated to understand. Like I think anybody.
That's what I'm saying. It's really not that complicated. I don't understand why you can't get it.
I asked you're question begging right now. So I asked you to provide evidence of free will, and we can even assume God exists in this scenario, just for the sake of argument. And your evidence for that was people can use their free will to be mass murderers. That's question begging because you're making an argument that assumes the truthfulness of the premise.
Fuck. So you want me to go kill somebody to prove to you that I can? Like,
no, that would not.
That doesn't prove it because all this could have been set up.
Be adequate proof. So this is a philosophical issue that
which I hope we move on from soon, and I know they do because we get to
gone on for thousands of years. No one has been able to prove that free will does in fact exist.
Yo, chat, what do you guys make of that? But they have the free will to watch me right now. Like they're choosing to watch this conversation.
Begging. So again, you're making so question begging is making an argument where the premises assume the truthfulness of the conclusion.
So you're just enslaved to be a YouTuber. Like your whole YouTube channel does not.
I'm agnostic as to whether or not free will exists. It may exist, it might not exist. But if your argument for why it's okay to kill animals is that animals don't have free will, then I need you to provide evidence that human beings, in fact, have free will, and that's a trait unique to human beings.
Okay, so wait. So what's a good example? Okay, so I don't have free will. Okay, I could turn my camera off.
That's question begging.
That's free will. I could go mess up this whole bed. I could turn my fan on right now. Those are all choices I could make.
He doesn't get it. Oh man. It was a setup someone donated for this interaction to happen. I don't think so. Could have been.
I is it assumed that any of the actions you're committing right now are due to an act of free will?
What do you mean? Because it's spontaneous and it doesn't make any sense. Like I could turn my light off. That's spontaneous.
Well, the only reason you're doing that. Well, by the way, the only reason you're doing that is because you. The only reason any of this.
By the way, his argument for why this is demonstrating free will could also be applied to animals. Animals do silly things that don't make sense all the time. Have you been around dogs before? They're silly, they're goofy, they play around. Sometimes they surprise you. Is that free will?
This is happening is because somebody in my chat sent me a link to your YouTube, stream thing, and then you ended up getting in the call, and then we ended up having this discussion. And many of these circumstances you had no control over. You had no control over.
How'd you find me? I was
somebody in my YouTube chat sent me a link to your stream. So a lot of these things that are happening, you had absolutely no control over. Now, you might possibly have had the choice to interact with me. You might have possibly had the choice to, get on call with me. But why would we assume that any of those things you did were in fact choices, including your choice to turn off your camera or turn off your lights? Because again, the whole set of circumstances that led to this weren't entirely your choices. So like me bringing up, this topic of free will and the arguments that I made.
That's just kind of stupid. Like I chose to go live so things can happen. And that's the whole thing, right? About God. Like maybe God.
Oh, I'm surprised by dogs all the time, doggo. About as much as I'm surprised by people. People are very predictable. Extremely predictable. Kind of like when I started the vegan game stream, I knew people were going to get mad.
Wanted us to have this conversation. So yeah, God can nudge you in certain ways. Don't get me wrong. He could guide you in certain ways. But at the end of the day,
by the way, if y'all have questions for Richard, he's very open to debating.
Want 6 million Jews to get holocausted? Did God want children to get raped on a daily basis?
I mean, that's because humans have free will. Like the Nazis had free will to kill Jewish people. You're proving my point.
Okay, so do you think there are good ways to use free will or bad ways to use free will?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, and that's why they send people to hell. God sends people to hell if they abuse their free will.
Right. So, do you think God would send people to hell for killing their pet dog or cat?
Yeah, their pet dog or cat, but I feel like chickens and cows is kind of like.
Okay, so can you name the trait that's lacking in a chicken or cow that, if lacking in a dog or cat, would justify killing a dog or cat?
Well, dogs and cats are pets, so they're not food. Like,
well, they don't have free will according to you, so it's okay to kill anything.
Yeah, but nobody like cuddles with like a cow or like a chicken.
No, people do. And cuddle with cows and chickens.
Also, I don't think dogs and cats taste as good as cows. Like they don't taste as good as a good.
You can ask a lot of Chinese people that question. Same with South Koreans. I don't know if they'd say otherwise.
Whoa! Are you insinuating that Chinese people eat dogs right now?
They have a dog meat festival in China, dumbass.
Whoa!
And it's very famous.
South Koreans.
Yeah. Whoa. And they're phasing it out.
That's a little bit racist, don't you think?
No, they do in fact eat dogs.
No,
so do South Koreans. They also eat dogs in the Philippines. There's some places in Europe that also eat dogs. I've
never met a Chinese person or Asian person that eats dogs. Never.
Have you met every single Chinese person on the face of the earth?
Yeah, but just to say that Chinese.
No, I'm just saying, honest. I'm saying, I knew that people would get upset about vegan gains. He is the most triggering vegan, and I love him. But what I'm saying also is that if you have questions, he is very open to debating, chatting. Like if you're questioning the nihilism thing, just ask him. He's very open.
Okay, do Americans eat burgers?
Some Americans, yeah.
Okay, well then there's some Chinese.
Also, he live streams all the time, so you can go in his live stream.
These people who eat dogs.
Well, yeah.
So again, I just find it a little confusing that you said that animals don't have free will, therefore it's okay to kill them, but then dogs and cats don't have free will, but it's not okay to kill them. And I do not see, I don't think anybody in your chat even sees the substantive difference between dogs and cats and cows, chickens, pigs. Like pigs are even more intelligent than dogs. They're usually, they're commonly referred to as having roughly the intelligence of a 5-year-old child. They're quite intelligent animals.
Yeah. I mean, I guess my big thing is just steak like tastes pretty good.
Okay, but that is not a moral justification. So are you saying like taste pleasure justifies killing an animal? Because human beings taste pretty good according to some cannibal tribes.
Whoa.
Yeah, human
Yeah, no, we
beings are
shouldn't kill
referred
human
to as
beings.
long
These
pig.
fake reactions, by the way.
Humans taste like pork.
They're referred to as what?
Long pig. They taste like pork.
Yeah.
Why did my
Dean
mom just
Withers.
text me saying they do eat dogs and cats? Come on.
Because they do. Like, you don't know that? I thought that was like very widely known and like even overstated. Like, because it isn't very common. Like, most Chinese people don't eat dogs, but there's a literal festival for dog meat in China. So I guess this is just an age thing.
Sorry, what did you just say?
So if you're going to use taste pleasure as a justification to kill animals, then it would be okay to kill human beings because humans taste like pork.
Yeah, but humans are just like consciously above animals.
Why?
Okay. So you're fine with killing mentally disabled people? There are mentally disabled people who are so disabled
there's still
that they are
people,
mentally
but
below
there's a
animals.
reason.
I mean, like, I would have thought that, yeah, maybe like humans have more intelligence. And then I went to Alex's stream earlier or overnight for me, and I don't think so anymore. And then I watched Jake debate Brian, and I definitely don't think humans are very intelligent. Some humans are, but as a whole, we're pretty dumb. I mean, we're like destroying ourselves, destroying the planet, killing trillions of animals a year for nothing. Pretty dumb. Like, we're probably the dumbest species that has ever existed.
They do put people down that are like in like those like vegetable states, right? Like if their family.
Well, that's
consents
because
to it
they
and they've been
have
out for a
no
while,
ability to
they don't
have any kind of quality of life. But there are, in fact, mentally disabled.
Sure, you just
people.
cut out when you. What did you just say?
Sorry,
They have no
that's
ability for
because
what?
they're bedridden and they have absolutely no quality of life. Like they're not conscious. So yeah, that's fine. That's essentially a mercy killing. But there are mentally disabled people who are conscious, who do have an ability to experience well-being, but they have less cognitive capability than a lot of animals. So are you saying it's okay to round up every severely mentally disabled people and turn them into bacon?
Well, I mean, obviously not. No, but
Then that
okay.
is a
So what would
contradiction
you say?
because you are claiming that it is both the case and not the case that cognitive capacity grants one a right to life.
What would you say? Well, like, what would your alternative be then? Because I don't think you get enough like nutrients and protein from like just eating tofu.
Okay,
Like,
buddy.
what even is
let's
tofu?
let's flex our guns on camera. Let's see who has more gains. All right. Do I look like?
But you're old.
Regarding Dean Withers, yeah, I discovered who that is when Jade for Justice debated him. No, that's not true. I had seen him before, but I didn't know his name. I had seen him on like TikTok or something debating Trump supporters. And on that, he does all right. And then he just flopped when it came to talking with Jade. Badly. As so often happens with these progressive, what do you call them? Commentators? Like influencers? Like, what do you call someone that has like a giant platform? Influencer, I guess.
Older and you're on. like just eating tofu.
Okay,
Like,
buddy.
what even is
let's
tofu?
let's flex our guns on camera. Let's see who has more games. All right. Do I look?
Yeah,
like
but
I'm
you're older
professional?
and you're on test though.
For
Why do you
5
look like Tristan
days.
Tate? You look
For
like Tristan
5
Tate, bro.
days.
Yeah, bro, you're
he could
blasting.
just look at how Richard looked when he was his age. I mean, I don't remember what age Richard went vegan, but when I mean, a good indicator of like Richard when he was younger is just go back to his early videos on his YouTube. He was lean and jacked.
Steroids, of course, you're gonna be big.
So for one thing, it's not. I wouldn't say it's a blast. And for 5 days, I literally went on August 1st. You're not going to see any big visual changes in literally 5 days. You can look at
what's so special about
literally.
August that made
Yeah, I agree with you, Victoria, 100%. Yeah, I don't agree with everything that Richard says. In fact, for a long time, I was disagreeing with a good bit of what he was saying. Richard used to be like damn near right wing until like Trump came along. And yeah, and then he started making political sense to me. And yeah, now he just gets annoyed by a lot of progressives, but most of his views are fairly progressive, in my opinion. Richard only has muscles because he ate meat, maybe. All that meat that he ate before he went vegan gave him all the muscles. Yeah, I wouldn't do it, honest outer. I definitely wouldn't do it myself, but he can do what he wants, I suppose. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Is it ethical to mercy kill ghosts and souls? Okay, I've never put up a poll before, Freedom Fighter. Not sure if I even know how to do it. Maybe I should learn how. We can, all right. This will be educational for me now. Let me try to learn something. I'm gonna go ahead and vote yeah. Take a shower. Don't be stinking. But I mean, are you by yourself? Because then it's fine. Smell, however. Okay, what do I do? Meeting moderation, participants. Engage. I don't know how to do it, guys. Someone tell me. Who? Oh, I know you, Lewis. I know you. By the way, like, y'all don't have to agree with me either. It's okay. We can disagree and still be friends. Even Lewis, he spent a whole stream trolling me. Brought in his fake name and trolled me while I was playing Cyberpunk or something.
you want to take steroids.
If someone can show me how to do the poll, I'll just have to figure it out later. I don't want y'all to just have to sit there while I learn something.
Sorry?
Everybody, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Put a 1 in the chat if UK Freedom Fighter deserves to or needs to take a shower. If you smell something a bit not right, put a 1. And if it smells okay and you don't suspect anybody else or me, then put a 2 and he doesn't have to take a shower. Or let's create a third option. He takes a bath. That's option number 3. Option number 4 is he just puts on deodorant to cover up the smell, which we know isn't going to work. But then he'll be tricked, and so then he'll go out thinking that everything's fine, and it'll be kind of funny.
About August that made you want to start taking steroids?
Well, there's nothing about August in particular. But again, like, look, you can look at my YouTube channel. I'm Vegan Gains. I'm well known in the fitness industry. Compare my physique and my lifts to all the other big, fitness YouTubers who eat meat. They're not as big and strong. So I've benched 410 pounds. Not many other dudes who've benched 410 pounds who are eating meat. Again, I have about 18-inch biceps. You can see my physique update videos and photos and shit. Anything posted before August 1st, that's me completely clean, 100% natural, lifelong. So if meat was this like amazing, special gateway to making gains, then everybody would be mogging me, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
My mom's in the chat saying I kind of agree with him. You're switching teams, Mom.
Why is it a sham democracy, Honest Dollar? Why is no one voting? Thank you, Alicia. Thank you. So much opposition. Jason over here trolling with his 69. Shower off this video. I timed you out for 30 minutes.
Come on.
Your mom's a smart
There's
woman.
one comment though that's pretty good. Says
And then you know what?
you
You timeout evaded. Is that what you call it? You evaded the timeout by logging in with a different name.
care about a stranger as much as a family member? Like, would you rather have somebody kill your mom or somebody kill like a complete stranger?
Well, I'd rather have somebody kill a stranger because, yeah, family members matter
Still
more to
human.
me.
Yeah, well, they're still like a human. So what makes you perceive that then?
Because they're not a family member.
Okay, so it's kind of like the same premise with an animal, right? Like humans, like they're more like relatable, more close to us than animals.
Not necessarily. You can ask members of your chat, would you rather have somebody kill your dog or would you rather somebody kill a random person? So I'm closer to...
Yeah, but your dog is different than a random cow or pig.
Well, sure. So if I had to choose between my cat dying and a random cow or pig dying, I'd rather the random cow or pig because I care more about my cat. Same as if I had to choose between a random person dying and my cat dying, I'd choose the random person because I care more about my cat.
Right. Yeah, but wait, what the hell? Yeah, somebody says we aren't closely related to animals. Yeah, I mean that's kind of true. Besides pets, 'cause
What do
pets
you
kinda, like, bond with
mean
and
we're
stuff.
not closely related to animals?
Like we're like so different than animals, you know? Like it's kind of like it's almost like God kind of spawned in cows as food.
So you're talking about like the Bible, Christianity, right?
Not necessarily Christianity, just like God in general. It feels like God just spawned in cows as food for us.
Okay, so do you believe in the creation myth of the Garden of Eden?
You said myth?
Yeah, well, it's a myth. But do you believe...
Well, you matter to me, Jason. Okay, you matter.
In the creation...
How do you know that?
The creation story in like the Bible?
Yeah, I would say it makes sense, but what makes you think, like, how do you know that it's a myth?
Well, because it's a stupid story made up by morons a few thousand years ago. But in any case, we can assume for the sake of argument it's true. So if you believe in the Garden of Eden and you believe in that story, what foods are eaten in a garden?
What foods are eaten in the garden?
Have you grown cows in your backyard, or were you growing tomatoes in your backyard garden?
Well, it depends if I was a farmer or not.
Well, that's not a garden, right? That's a farm. So Garden of Eden, it didn't say Farm of Eden, huh? Didn't say Slaughterhouse of Eden. Said Garden of Eden, so I fucking got you, buddy. You eat fruits and vegetables in a garden.
So are you saying like the first humans that like God created were eating like carrots and like vegetables?
According to your own creation myth, according to the Bible, yes, it is explicitly stated.
So wait, how are you gonna use that as an argument then if you don't even believe in it?
Well, you're the one who's claiming to believe in that. So by your own standards,
I'm not necessarily a Christian. I'm not necessarily a Christian though.
But you said you believe in the Garden of Eden creation myth. So if that's the myth you believe in, then again, you're the one arguing that God like created cows for us to eat. Well, if his original plan was to have us live in a garden and eat the foods in the garden, well, what foods are made in a garden? Yeah.
Victoria has spoken. No bath for you. Wait, UK, we didn't even answer you. Because my chat is rebelling against me and they didn't vote. It's all gone to shit. So I don't know. I think you're going to have to just take a shower, and that way at least you can get a good night's sleep without smelling yourself. Right? The deodorant was just a ruse. I wasn't going to make you do that. That was just a ruse to make you lose friends. Right, honest doubter, your organs are nearly identical to simian. Very true. Very true. Yeah.
It's fruits and vegetables, buddy. Like, get with the fucking program. This is all fruits and vegetables.
Bro, you clip farming, bro. Stop clip farming, man.
I'm not clip farming.
Dude, your chat's electric right now. Your chat is electric. Yeah, like, guys, help me. Yo, honestly, would you be down if I like get somebody who's like more qualified to debate you on my podcast?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Okay. We're gonna talk to you off stream. You Twitter or what?
Well, I have a throwaway Twitter account.
By the way, I know someone donated. I'm trying to pull up my Streamlabs so I can see. Thank you, by the way. I'm not ignoring it. I should have done this before. UK Freedom Fighter, tip in $5 for the edamame fund. That's going to buy me 2 edamames. Freedom Fighter, thanks so much. You're so sweet. Guys, give Freedom Fighter some guidance. He asked us for guidance. I need 1,000 subs to run a poll. That ain't even worth it. That's not worth it. You know how long it's going to take me to get 1,000 subs? Took me, I've had this channel for like a year and like 3 months. And I'm at like 4 something.
Really use it. I'd prefer Instagram. I am.
Sorry, Freedom Fighter, no poll. No formal poll. But we informally think you should probably shower.
Vegangains.real on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying I want to like hop off the call. I'm just saying like for the future.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, have you seen it before or no?
Sorry?
Okay.
They did a reel.
Have you seen my content before or no?
No, somebody just linked me your channel and said I should try to debate you.
Well, Richard doesn't really use social media for anything other than posting photos of his cat.
Who was it that I think was it like Myron Gaines that was like debating you? I remember there's like somebody that like had beef with you or something, right?
Oh, Myron Gaines had a call-in stream where he said haters call in, and I was just pointing out that his argument about why it's okay for men to cheat was logically flawed, and then he didn't say anything and he just kicked me from the call.
Why did he kick you from the call?
He couldn't make an argument. It's that simple.
I mean,
Neil and Steve have helped me, by the way. They've been really sweet. Yeah, hose yourself off on the lawn. Yeah, Lewis. Yeah, sub to me with all your accounts. Get me going. Jeremy Dog interview. The sous chef. Oh man. Oh yeah, I know. I know. Lewis was trolling me hard, even in the comments. Look, I'm innocent.
I do a lot of streams with like Myron's current manager right now. He might be able to debate you even. I don't know if you know
Hey,
he
if he wants
manages
to
Fresh and
debate
Fair right now.
veganism or something, I'd totally be down. I don't think we're like I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that he says about dating, but I'm not really particularly interested in debating some of that stuff. I think he has some silly ideas there. But yeah, veganism.
No, it's not. It's not him. It's not him that would debate you. It's his manager. His manager also does. Like, do you know Gary the Number?
Same vegan anthem. I wish that too. This is why this actually isn't Vegan Gains' channel. We're watching Stitchy NoFap right there. I linked to it. He takes Richard's streams and takes some of the videos out to make it more watchable because his streams are constantly interrupted by donations, which is awesome for him, but makes it kind of hard to watch sometimes.
Not familiar with him.
Okay, he's like the numerologist. He's got like 2 million on TikTok.
Oh no, I know him. Yeah, numerology is just fucking stupid.
Why do you think that numerology is stupid? Maybe we could talk about that.
There's literally no evidence for it, and it has no predictive capability.
Wait, here's a good comment. Yes, Eden was vegan. Eden was vegan. It was after the flood with lack of vegetation. God allowed meats. It's permissible in the meantime. We will return to Eden's diet in heaven.
Well, you could now, like, assuming God wants us to live in the kind of way that he had planned in the Garden of Eden, wouldn't you be in his good graces if you acted in the way that he wanted you to act in the Garden of Eden? Like, wasn't the whole reason humans got kicked out of the Garden of Eden was because we did some things that he didn't want us to do or we were told not to? So, like, maybe if this is your, like, you know, religious belief that, like, we should live in alignment with God and, you know, the Garden of Eden was the perfect plan for us.
I remember an Earthling Ed debate where he was talking with this guy, I want to say like outside of a basketball arena, and the guy was debating with him about Christianity. And basically, Ed made the exact same point that Richard's making here. And like he just kind of conceded and then brushed it off like, sure, but I'm a sinner. So you just get a get out of jail free card for whatever?
Why don't you stick to the fucking plan that your Sky Daddy laid out for you, who you say is the, like, ultimate arbiter of truth? So if you think God is so fucking smart,
is this your Instagram?
Yeah. So there's a lot of fake ones. It's vegangains.real. Yeah, that should be there.
Real, so it's about 3.3K? Okay, I'll follow you.
So again, if you believe in the Garden of Eden and you think God is the smart, all-knowing being, why don't you listen to the smart guy who said, just eat the fucking vegetables?
Don't they spray vegetables nowadays though with like a lot of like toxins and like poisons and cancer stuff?
I have not seen any evidence linking pesticides or herbicides to increased rates of cancer. In fact, the big
is this kid saying that he doesn't eat plants at all?
The big scary chemical, Roundup, you know, that's made by Monsanto. There's actually some, you know, some cohort studies that show people who eat, you know, this Roundup, you know, sprayed crops, they have lower rates of cancer. And the people who are most exposed to this are going to be farmers. And lo and behold, the farmers that have the highest rates of exposure, they don't have like these massively inflated higher rates of cancer. So, and
you think it lowers your testosterone? Like, why do you think testosterone is like lowering so much?
Well, it's probably primarily from obesity. So if you
This is just has never been a concern of mine. I don't understand the mindset of someone being concerned, oh, the testosterone is down in society. What are you worried about? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, worry about yourself. Do you feel not manly? I mean, he seems like he's decently confident. He's got like a YouTube channel and everything. He's wearing like a tank top and stuff. He probably feels manly enough, right? So what's this whole like obsession with testosterone? I don't get it.
have more adipose tissue on your body, you're going to aromatize testosterone more, and that's going to create a negative feedback loop where your body produces
Take care, Alicia. Thanks for being here as always.
less. It's possible that there is also a combination of effects going on. So some of these chemicals might be endocrine disrupting in some sense, but they tend to accumulate in your fatty tissue. So that might make obesity that much more dangerous, but obesity is the primary concern, not some of these pollutants. So as long as you can avoid obesity, you're probably going to be fine.
Yeah, so you think more people are getting fatter and therefore it's making the average of low testosterone go down and down and down?
That's where, like, that's really...
I think he says at some point it's this Andrew Tate stuff. I think it's them. I don't know because I don't watch it, but I think it's people like that are putting this information out about like testosterone being down, and we've all got to be scared because testosterone is down. Right. Like, I mean, what's the concern? I don't get it. What's the concern? There's a lot of people. Is the concern we wouldn't have babies? I don't get it.
Really the only evidence that you can point to. I know there's some researchers who say the reduction in testosterone is outpacing obesity. But again, there could be a synergistic effect between obesity and some of these endocrine disrupting pollutants. So obesity is the big bad that you want to avoid. And the endocrine disrupting pollutants are the little sprinkle on top that are making things worse. But as long as you can avoid obesity, you're probably going to be fine.
Do you think that there's like an agenda to like make men's testosterone lower to like control people easier?
I don't think there's some kind of...
It just makes no sense. No sense at all. There's an agenda to make us like Barbie dolls. What is happening? What is happening, guys?
Of crazy conspiracy where chemical companies are releasing pollutants and stuff in the environment to lower men's testosterone. If that were the case, TRT clinics would not be popping up all over the fucking place. You would not be able to order testosterone online.
Or maybe they're popping up all over the place because they're making money when people have to pay for TRT because their test is low because the lifestyle was implemented to lower their testosterone. Like, how come our testosterone is so much lower than our ancestors?
Well, first of all, we don't know that. We only know that testosterone.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I've gotten my testosterone checked ever, but I'm just curious, like, what is it that what is your symptom that you're concerned about your testosterone level? Like, what is it? Like, is your voice a little bit higher or something? Are you not as bulked as you want to be? I don't get it.
Testosterone levels have been declining since the 1960s. I think that's when...
What's up, Sally? Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in, as always. Right, Jason? It is. Honest Doubter, they're alluding to a presumed feminization agenda they believe that the dominator class is deploying on the culture. Yeah. I know. It's incoherent and weird. I know, right, Felix? And it's not a flex. I'm not saying like we're manly, right? Because we're not worrying about our testosterone levels. It's just not a concern. It's not yeah.
That's
Yeah, and how come in the
far it goes back.
1960s our ancestors had like 2,000 animals?
Well,
I could bulk up, guys. I have not been hitting the gym at all. I've got string bean arms right now, and I'm not concerned at all about testosterone.
Like,
it's kind of weird calling them your ancestors. That would be like your dad and grandpa. But yeah, nobody knows what like a caveman's testosterone would be. We have no idea because we can't test.
Oh, it's pretty high.
Serum. It may have not have been. Nobody really knows. Like these are also people who struggled to survive and were under a lot of stress, probably had trouble sleeping because they were being hunted by other predatory animals and had like famines to deal with. So stress, lack of sleep, and lack of nutrition, that's probably going to lower your test. So
I know, Lewis. I know.
Who knows if
That's why I'm not worried. If you just go ahead and admit that you're not a real man, then you don't have to worry about proving to anybody that you're a man. I'm fine with it. Whatever. Y'all know me. Like, especially you join my gaming streams, I'm always playing as a woman. Always. I was born a woman. A sexy woman, I might add. I was born basically when I was born, I'm Lara Croft. That's who I am. And that's how I choose to identify. So, yeah.
Cavemen had high testosterone or not.
No, I'm not. I'm not a beta male. I'm a woman. All right.
Again, the point you made was that, like, I don't know, there's some big conspiracy to lower men's testosterone. If that were the case, there wouldn't be TRT clinics popping up.
By the way, guys, I can't believe y'all have stuck with me during this stream. This is like, actually, this is like some of my higher numbers for a stream. And it's off the rails, isn't it? We're off the rails.
So your excuse for that was, yeah, but then they can make money. Well, then their interest isn't to lower everyone's testosterone; it's to make money.
What was your testosterone before you hopped on? Like, what was your testosterone measure?
So it was 540. It's
y'all know what? Y'all know what you should do? You should smash that like button and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. I think you're all subscribers though. But there might be some non-subscribers. You should hit both of those buttons. And if you're feeling a little spicy today, then hit the bell notification too. Because why hit 2 when you can hit 3 buttons? That's a whole nother button that you can play with.
Basically smack dab in the normal range.
Low.
No, 540 is smack dab in the normal range. You're generally going to see most.
Yeah, but do you want to be in the normal range? Because you know the normal range is all age groups. So the normal range contains 80-year-olds too, which
you see what I'm talking. He's concerned about his testosterone. It makes no sense. What are you worried about?
Influences the average.
Yeah,
if you're in the normal range,
no, you're misunderstanding. So you can look this up. There's a normal range. It ranges from about 250 at the very low end to about 1,000, depending on what lab you're going with. It might be a little lower, like 900 to 1,100. In each age strata, what you tend to find is that the bottom 5% tends to be higher. So the people who are about 2 stand.
You know what? Mary's getting really confident. Have y'all noticed this? Like, I don't know if y'all notice. Like, Mary now, she just comes and goes willy-nilly, doesn't even ask, just comes and goes, shows up late, defies me constantly, tells me that she's got more testosterone than me. Amazing. T-bone dog steak raises T. I know. Mary's trying to take over. I think it's your internet, though, isn't it, Mary? We know the problem.
Standard deviations from the mean, they tend to be higher in each age strata.
Because
So
I know that you would have been here right when it started if your internet had worked. But
the bottom 5% in like a 15 to 20-year-old age group might be around 400. The bottom 5% in a 20 to 30 age group might be around like 3.
Right, for free will. You're so right, Felix. She's proven free will. I tried to take that free will from all of you, actually, but I really only exercised it on Mary. I only picked on Mary the whole time. You should feel special, Mary. Guys, after this stream, I'm going to make some daring chicken and eat that, and then I'm going to play Cyberpunk.
50. The bottom 5% in a 30 to 40 age group might be like 300, but that range still stays the same. So again, 540.
That just shows you that eating like your diet puts you pretty average testosterone. But why would you not want to be above average? Like it's not even just like
What's
a muscle
the
thing.
evidence?
Like, yeah, sure, you're jacked, but having high testosterone is honestly more of a mental thing. You're more likely to take risks. You're more likely to want to dominate in your field.
So
right?
yeah, there are benefits with having higher.
You're more likely to take risks.
Testosterone. I'm not sure if you would see those benefits without actually injecting testosterone because it functions differently in your body. Your testosterone is constantly elevated. In a normal individual, not on TRT or anything, you're going to get a spike in the morning and it's going to dip. So it functions differently in your body. I don't know if those same cognitive benefits would be present in a normal human being versus somebody who's enhanced and on TRT. But assuming there is a benefit, I don't know why I would think eating meat would increase my testosterone because, again, the largest study on the subject, I think it's titled, low IGF-1 in...
Yeah, I think that Mary's internet is fine, and she's just using that. She just comes and goes. She's like, oh, Jeremy, my internet again. Oh, it's too bad about the internet. And she's realized that she can use that to her advantage.
Vegans, but normal, free, and total androgens. Study title is something like that. Again, there was no association between a vegan diet, low testosterone. They actually had higher testosterone, both free and total. And there was no association between...
That's what I've heard. Maybe that's why I went bald at 18. I had high testosterone or something.
Dietary cholesterol consumption, serum cholesterol, and testosterone. So I don't know why I would assume a vegan diet would lower my test.
So what do you think about this guy then that says cholesterol is a building block of testosterone and his testosterone's
We already did this.
1300 naturally with not taking any steroids, 1300 naturally eating meat and eggs.
So there are people who just produce a lot of testosterone. Where's his evidence?
No. Look at this guy's transformation. He used to be a soy boy. He did a test. He was at 600 testosterone. He started not drinking, eating beef and eggs.
Oh, well, you know what?
Like,
I should mention.
Double this test.
Okay, you know what? I should mention this too. Is this guy on like a carnivore diet, and is he eating a lot of dairy, like cream, full fat milk,
raw milk?
Yeah,
raw milk, fruit, eggs, and beef.
So here's what happens, particularly with
oh shit, Mary's getting bold. Like I was just joking, and now she's like sending me threats. Holy shit! I'm getting scared. Mary's threatening me. Lewis's T level is up towards the trillion level. He's gonna bash me. Just if I say a slight thing that annoys him because he's going to be so roid raged. I don't know if is that a thing? If you're high testosterone, you might just rage. Yeah, and Doggo's annoyed because we played Richard, and he doesn't like how perverse this is. Or he likes it, but it's a little too perverted. Who's got my back? Does anybody have my back tonight? Who's in my camp?
This is the case.
I'm concerned.
It can raise SHBG. So your sex hormone binding globulin can increase massively, especially with these carnivore dieters that are on these like retard fucking diets. So all they're eating is steak, and then they can't get enough calories. So then they resort to eating high fat dairy to get in the rest of their calories so they don't lose weight. That dairy
Jason got me.
Dairy is raising their SHBG. Sex hormone binding globulin prevents your testosterone from working. So what can happen is your total test can go up, and pretty substantially, but your actual testosterone that you can use doesn't change. So you've done nothing. You've raised your total test, but you did nothing. You just raised your SHBG. And in fact, free androgens might actually be lower, so you're not doing anything beneficial.
I've got to be honest. Right now, they're speaking a language that I don't speak. So I have no idea what they're talking about. So I'm just going to assume that he's right. That's probably smart.
For yourself. It also could be the case that
you
just
can tell
was
he's got
eating.
high test though.
Sorry?
You could literally tell he's got high testosterone.
Well, no, you can't. Look at the video Jeff Nipper just put out with those like natural bodybuilders that look like they're on steroids. Most of them had a testosterone level of like around 400 to 500, like lower than mine. And the one guy who was one of the skinniest.
Yeah, let's divide the chat. Who's with me and who's with Mary? Go vote. And if Mary wins, I delete my channel and my social media. I just disappear and I live out my days as a hermit, knowing that I was taken down and defeated by Mary. Man, Lewis is... What's up, Adam? How are you? Not sure if I've seen your name before. Have you been? Are you new?
In the entire group, he had the highest score at like 940. So no, you can't. You can't tell if somebody has high testosterone just from looking at them. Unless...
No, it's not like a physical thing. It's just like the way that somebody talks or like kind of asserts themselves, right? Like it's more like a mental thing than like a physical thing.
Then Richard would be like very high testosterone because he asserts himself all the time. Like, what are you talking about? Well, he doesn't know him, I guess. There's that.
Look, everyone is different. Everybody has their own like background, upbringing, cultural, personal problems, and how these hormones interact in their brain are all different. Buddy, I know a dude, he is the most jacked fucking natural human being I've ever seen. He's a vegan guy. His total testosterone, the last time he got it checked, was 1,200. This guy is a fucking freak of nature. He's like a mix of every race. He's like part Afghan, I think some Chinese and a bunch of other shit. He's being abused by a bunch of his ex-girlfriends, and he doesn't know how to stand up for himself. And he's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Like it doesn't mean anything. So yeah, there's an association with higher testosterone and like more masculine.
I just now, like, I was not even realizing that the chat is right up there on the screen. That's how unobservant I am. I was not even like his chat. I mean, Tyson Hockley's chat, which would have been interesting to watch. Is that right? I don't know. Oh no, that's Richards. Okay, never mind.
Type behavior, but like, look, you can find women who are, Marines who've shot and killed people who are hardcore as fuck, but they look like pretty girls. Like you never know, who you're actually meeting, what their psychology is like. There's a little bit of there is an association with these hormones and how people behave, but it doesn't. You can't know just because, oh well, you've got high test.
Honestly, that's actually a really good point that you make. Yeah, I think mental has way more of an influence than just like your hormones. I actually agree with you there for sure.
Oh, I have a cat. Cat is being silly.
What?
I hope he comes over here so that I can show you my cat. Come here, Gum Gum. Gum Gum.
Yo,
Come
your
here.
chat's so awesome. Yo, do you guys know me or no? You guys know my channel or not?
Look at this cat.
My name is Tyson Hockley. I do content. I've done a podcast with Sneeko. I'm followed by both Andrew and Tristan Tate on Twitter. Doing a podcast with them soon.
Those are not good things to mention, I think.
And yeah, this might be people's first time.
Why?
I do content. I've done a podcast with Sneeko. I'm followed by both Andrew and Tristan Tate on Twitter. Doing a podcast.
That's a weird thing to say too. It's like, I'm followed by somebody on Twitter. Because that's how we're measuring our social status now.
Podcast with them soon. And yeah, this might be people's first time hearing about me, but
well, look at this cat.
I'm 17 and I'm running. Well, how about you, cat though? You should have him for dinner.
So look at this cat. He's 15 pounds, absolutely massive, and he's on a vegan diet.
I saw you, Jason.
So if this cat can be on a vegan diet, you can be on a vegan diet too.
You should eat your cat.
There he is.
I am absolutely not going to do that. I'll feed you to my cat before I'd ever consider eating my own cat.
How much does somebody have to pay you to eat your cat?
Oh, there's no price that you could give me.
Seriously? Would you rather like me drop dead or your cat drop dead?
Oh, I'd rather you drop dead.
Why?
Well, you eat meat, so I know if you die, no more animals are going to die because of you. And I like my cat more than you.
I would also prefer him to drop dead over Richard's cat, for the record.
But people are still going to eat meat, though.
Yeah,
even
but you
if I
won't.
die.
Yeah, you won't if you're dead.
So are you saying it would benefit the planet if I die?
Yeah. Well, it would benefit the animals.
And the planet.
So would you care more about my life or the animal's life?
Depends on the animal. But yeah, most animals, I'd rather save them than you.
But I'm a human. We just talked for like an hour. We're friends now.
Oh, I don't think people are special in any way. Again, I'm vegan. I think in cases where we'd grant animals rights, we'd grant in cases where we'd grant humans rights, we'd grant animals rights. Since you're killing animals, no, why would I have an interest in letting you live?
I'm not killing animals. I'm just eating steak.
No, you're killing animals. That necessitates animals dying.
Well, if I don't eat steak, more people are still going to eat steak. Like the same amount of animals is still going to die.
No, that's like saying, oh, well, people will still kill each other. There's wars going on. So what difference does it make if I go out and commit serial killings? Like, no, that's not how that works. It's called supply and demand.
Is Lewis and Mary, do y'all have your own little language now too? You know how to communicate without me understanding? What's happening? Y'all.
Oh, so how many cows do you think you've saved?
According to PETA, I think your average person saves somewhere between 60 to like 90 animals per year by going vegan. I don't know how many cows that would be specifically.
If I told you, I don't think you've saved a single cow.
Oh, I definitely have, especially since I've convinced people to go vegan.
I don't think you've saved any cows.
Oh, I have.
But don't you think it kind of gets counterbalanced by like testosterone people that say eat beef? Like it kind of gets countered.
That logic just makes no sense.
Well, again,
I mean, he could be saying that, and then it would be more.
No smaller, no weaker than any of these people back when I was natural. And again, the research doesn't lie. There's no association between eating meat, dietary cholesterol, serum cholesterol, and free and total androgen.
Just so y'all understand, this stream started very innocuously. I was watching Earthling Ed. A lot of people had seen it. They were like, "We'll come back. We've seen this. You haven't seen it." Fine. Watched Faraz, watched John ARA, and then we got on Richard, and the wheels came off. You can refuse all you want to press that like button, Mary. Because you know what? As toxic as you're behaving, I'm worried that if you touch that like button, it's going to have a negative effect. Yeah. How about that? Toxic behavior.
Okay. All right, man. Well, dude, I think we might end this here. Dude, you seem like a cool guy. Like genuinely, I know like I'm trying to like do the stream thing and be silly or whatever, but you seem like a good guy. I followed you on Instagram.
Right.
Let me know if you got that or if it's like the right account or whatever it should be. But I guess I'll stay in contact with you there. I just think it's so
I
weird.
remember there was a part, I must have been yapping. There was a part where he said, "Why is my mom agreeing with you, Richard?" So his ma like texted it in and said, "Richard's right now." And it wasn't just about the Chinese festival.
Weird because I haven't streamed in a while, and then I streamed, and now all of a sudden, boom! Like
Yeah,
I just pulled up.
All right, doggo. Good luck. Sorry to hear about your tire. That sucks. Thanks for hanging, by the way. You were just going to eat some food, and then you hung with me. That's true loyalty. Man's best friend. My best doggo.
Just
Thank you,
message
like,
me and I'll add you
Good boy. Doggo. Good boy.
and follow you back.
Yeah, is that the right account or no? Like, do you see my follow or no?
So dumb, and it's not even entertaining probably at this point or funny. I'm kind of tired because you know what? I didn't really sleep last night, like at all. And guys, guess what? I did a cool interview. I put it on my post. Very cool. I'm very excited about this one. So look for that interview to come out tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Tyson Hockley, yeah, that's the right account.
All right, hell yeah. Do I earn a follow back or
Yeah,
no?
I'll follow you back.
Oh, I do. Let's go.
Vegan Marshmallow
Hell
here.
Yeah. Appreciate you, brother. All right, guys. God bless all of you guys in the chat. You guys, you seem like you have a pretty good, vibrant chat. So, even though you guys are all like hating on me, somebody says, wait, somebody said, go vegan. I'll sub to you. Okay, I'm vegan now. Come sub.
You have to.
Somebody says this
actually
guy
go
has a
vegan.
following.
We'll be able to tell.
Wait, do you think these guys will all sub to my channel if I become vegan? Should I do like a vegan arc on my channel?
Yes, but they'll be able to tell if you're lying.
How?
Because
I'll get small. Oh yeah, I'll probably get
powers
smaller.
that some people consider unnatural.
You what?
Veganism unlocks powers that some would consider unnatural.
True.
Like what? Wait, what? Expand on that.
You know, the dark side of the Force. We're like the Sith. We can just tell. We use the Force. We can tell who really is.
You just like look in someone's eyes and tell if they're vegan or not.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, so ain't no cheat in that system.
Vegan Marshmallow can really tell when someone's vegan or not, right? Marshmallow knows. You can't get anything past a marshmallow. You could look. You could be more vegan than anybody you know. Like vegan level. You could have a higher vegan level than Lewis's testosterone level. But if you're full of shit, Vegan Marshmallow will find out. and will expose you. That's the power of a vegan marshmallow. Who knew vegan marshmallows had that much power? I didn't know. I thought they were just like a little puffy white thing. But no, very powerful at exposing bullshit.
All right, dude. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do like a. Honestly, even if I just like do like a 30-day vegan challenge, should I do that?
Yeah, why not? I think it's worth it. Just make sure you eat some good food, get some tofu and shit.
Okay, you know what? Okay, if we could get to 34,000 subscribers by the end of the stream, I would go 30 days vegan. You have my word.
How about you
And
just
you'll be able to
fucking do it, dude? All you gotta do is just fucking do it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. Like, there's got to be an incentive.
No, you want to. You wouldn't want to cause harm to animals. And I think you'll just feel better having these nice, clean shits every time you go to the bathroom. It's underrated.
Oh, I have nice, clean shits.
Oh, they'll be even more fantastic after you go vegan, dude. More fruits and vegetables always makes things better.
I have a bowl of ground beef ready for me. I'm going to put some salt in it.
Now, go to the store, get you some packs of extra firm tofu, and go from there.
Tofu just sounds so gay, though. Like, I'm going to go eat tofu.
Tofu is...
Didn't that just sum it up? Just tofu just sounds so gay, though. Tofu. It just sounds gay.
Is manly as fuck.
Nothing gay about having a... Well, it could be very gay to have a nice, firm erection. Why are you hating on gay? We stopped using gay as a pejorative back when we were kids. We used to say it because we watched South Park and stuff, and those were our heroes.
Why?
Beef is for betas.
You're just saying stuff now, bro.
Look,
how is tofu manly?
So beef beta, it rhymes.
Yeah.
Tofu testosterone.
Beef does not rhyme with beta, Richard, but I know what you were going for. Same letter.
Look, there's a reason it starts with a T.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got some tofu right here.
Tofu testosterone. That's tofu? How does that taste?
Great. I put some Korean barbecue sauce on it. It's fucking awesome.
I'm going to go eat some daring chicken, and that's just soy protein right there. So total soy boy right here. And it's like loaded with, it's just protein. Like it's loaded with protein and very lean.
So you got to put a bunch of sauce on it. You know, you look like Hide the Pain Harold when you take a bite of that and say it's great. That's what you look like.
No,
you look
it's
like
awesome.
Hide the Pain Harold.
I don't know what that is.
Is it really awesome, or are you just saying that?
No, it's great.
Because I've had tofu
every
before.
day.
It's disgusting. All right, brother. I do appreciate your time, though. This has been a pretty cool conversation. Very random. Very, very random. I literally just opened your chat because somebody in my chat was saying to debate you. I opened your thing and you're watching me. I'm like, oh my God. That's so weird.
Yeah, no problem. Maybe we could do it again sometime. But take care.
What's up,
Yeah,
buddy?
yeah.
And,
I'll
keep making those vegan, or start making those vegan gains.
okay. I'll DM you on IG if I can find some people for you to potentially debate too.
All right, I'm down. Take care, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he like I said, he was actually like just way cooler than most people that debate Richard, right? I mean, yeah, I chalk up a lot of his bad takes to just being young and kind of dumb. But he listened. He actually did concede that Richard was making good points, which is kind of cool. I feel like, I don't know, this Tyson guy, there's like maybe some hope for this guy. If he would just stop following the Sneakos and the Andrew Tates of the world and start following the Richards of the world, then we'd all be a lot better off, is what I say.
Dude. All right, that was a nice.
Yeah, there's a 5-minute video called Mary is Scary. It's gotten a lot of views. You know, it's a viral vid. All right. Who won? Let's do it. Let's find out who won. Let's find out who y'all can strive to be for the next time. Oh boy, there's a tie at the top. Should I do the music? I'm too tired to do the music. But Jason Gutt, he had the guts. Did y'all have the guts? Jason had the guts. He tied in first place with Alicia. Yeah, that's what happened. Alicia is not here to accept her reward, but Jason is. And Jason, you get, I'll eat a little bit more of these edamame things. That's what you get. And UK Freedom Fighter came in with 200 XP, only 25 XP behind. And he also donated, guys, which kind of put him way up there, didn't it? UK Freedom Fighter. Thank you so much, by the way. Doggo, love you, man. You're number 4. Lewis, there's a big tie for 5th place. That's Lewis. I am Bretta Barnes. Felix. Honest Doubter. That's the tie. Who's Meg the Slasher? I didn't even see Meg. Did I miss something? Meg's here. Wait, there's people in the chat I didn't even see. I must. Oh, shit. You know what? Oh, no. I didn't do that thing. I mean, I didn't do that thing where you hit live chat instead of top chat. I might have been missing chats. Steven, if I missed your chat, my bad. Ethically based. Jake was here. Marshmallow, Mobius, Sally, Gray Sky, Mary, of course. Even though Mary was late, she built up 75 XP in a hurry. Vegan Anthem. And Victoria. Victoria was here. Hadn't seen Victoria in a while. Thank you so much, Victoria. All right. Everybody got the shout. Literally everybody got the shout out. That was in the top. Mobius, the game was... Wait, Adam is... Wait, what's happening? So confused. Okay, vote whether I need a spray tan. Let's hear it. Well, that'll be the last thing. Do I need a spray tan? As Molly suggested. Oh, Alicia, you're here. Oh shit, you won. You won. You tied with Jason. You know that? Congratulations. Mary says I shouldn't get a spray tan. I would fuck it up. I'd look like Donald Trump. It would be terrible. You know what? I think Molly was just a little sore that she was losing the debate. So she had to bring out all the weapons that she had. And she went with the easiest one. Jeremy, you're pale. We know what was happening in that debate. Molly was getting pressed. She got stressed out. She started hitting the buttons on the keyboard. Had to sabotage. Exactly. Outrageous behavior by Molly. In all realness, I am going to probably try to have Molly back because that internet problem stymied my plan. The plan with Molly was we were going to debate for a while and then do like an actual interview. Honestly, I think it's funnier that we didn't break character. But I do want to do an actual, I do want to talk to her about Elwoods in a serious way too. So we might do another debate. I was going to run Name the Trait on her, but the internet was so bad that I couldn't really do an effective Name the Trait. And she was naming traits. She was trying. Right, Mary? She was going to try to name some traits. I thought it would be funny. I thought that would be a funny little nod to all you vegans when I dropped a name the trait. Maybe I'm the only one who thought it was funny. But yeah, stymied by bad internet. When the freckles join together. Yeah. By the way, guys, Molly was so impressive. I mean, y'all saw that, right? Like we were talking about real cases for the most part. Not all, some of them were made up, but we were talking about real things that happen at farms, real cases, and she knew all of it. She was ready for everything. Ready for everything. It was pretty impressive. So yeah. Go show Molly some love if you didn't do it yet. Because that was awesome. All right. All right, guys. Some of you are going to go to bed. Some of you are going to do other things. UK Freedom Fighter is going to take a shower. I'm going to eat some food. And then I'll play some games later. So hope to see some of y'all there. But I completely understand. Although I won't be angry. I'll be disappointed if I don't see you guys there. Just know that. Know that it will disappoint me. But I won't be mad. Not this time. I'm done with anger. Anger is not a healthy emotion. I'm only angry when I play almost every video game other than Cyberpunk. You guys know that. All right. Have a good night, y'all. Congratulations, Alicia, Jason, and UK Freedom Fighter for getting the gold, silver, and bronze. It's amazing. It's amazing work. All right, doggo. Sounds good. See ya.